Okay. Great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I know, of course, we were on a broadcast a few days ago, and we were rudely interrupted on that broadcast. During that broadcast, and then since that time I haven't been online, and I actually decided to do what I can today, because if you understand what happened that day was like you should understand we are under attack in different forms. We are under attack in different forms. The day that I was supposed to finish the broadcast that I was making, which was on Friday, right? On Thursday. On Thursday was the day I was doing the broadcast. Then we were rudely interrupted. And then, do you know what happened that day? That day, it was like a movie. Everything just shut down. Nothing is working, including my computer just crashed. That's why I haven't been online. I haven't been online. I'm trying to actually get the system rebooted, to get the system fixed, because it just crashed. You could see that we went offline. I was just monitoring what's going on through my phone. I could not even end the broadcast. But that broadcast that we couldn't finish that day, we are coming back. If we don't come back there tomorrow evening, it will be Monday evening. But we are going to complete that broadcast. And it will also give me more time to do more investigation, deep, to actually bring more information and throw more light to what I was exposing that day. Let me find out first of all that we are coming out clear. All right, we are coming out clear. Wherever you are watching from, share the video, invite others to join. Wherever you are watching from, share the video, invite others to join. Of course, I want to do this quick, program, just like we all know. We all know about Simon Ekberima and the activities of him and the relationship between him and Aloy Ejimako. We are all aware of that activities, and we are all aware of their plans and what they have worked hard to achieve. It is the downfall of the DOS and the downfall of the structure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu implemented. And of course, today you have seen what is going on. But that is exactly what we are here to do. So my apologies for the Thursday broadcast that we were making a very important exposition on how you are suffering, or the reason why you are suffering, and you are paying so much price in order to procure petrol in Nigeria, that is the biggest oil producing nation in African continent. So it is quite appalling for you to be buying petrol, the biggest amount amongst all African nations. If you look at how much you are paying for things, somebody was telling me today that he traveled to Lagos, and in Lagos, what he is seeing in Lagos, a plate of food is 9,000. A plate of food is 9,000. The last time somebody told me that they were actually trying to buy a tomato, one bucket of tomato, just for them to use it to do to cook. The bucket of tomato is between 9,000 and 10,000. Now a plate of food becomes 9,000. That is quite that is unbelievable. It means that Nigeria no longer have currency, because you know what it means? It means that you are indirectly using dollars in Nigeria. You are no longer using naira in Nigeria, because everything that you are buying it is actually paid mostly in dollar. That's why it is so expensive, unreasonably expensive. And that is exactly the reason why we started. And what actually triggers the price of everything that you pay, it is mostly the price of oil and petrol. Nigeria is the biggest producing, is the biggest oil product, producing state in African continent. Nigeria. Yet you are not even buying a petrol at a reasonable price. And knowing that this petrol price is the reason why the consumers' inflation is so high in Nigeria. If you bring down petrol price, consumers' inflation will follow. They will go down. Your cost of living is going to go down because logistics, the transportation of movement of goods and services, the prices are going to go down. So that is exactly what the IMF and World Bank does not want. They want to impoverish you. They don't want Africa where people are able to afford their cost of living. That is the reason why they do everything, because it works in their benefit. And anybody that is going to be in the position of leadership must work in line with these policies of IMF and all that, just for them to attract more money and more loan coming from IMF. That is criminal. But exactly, it is not the reason why I am here. The real reason why I am here, it is to talk about this criminal in Finland. And don't forget that we are coming back to expose all these oil companies that benefited from the criminal activities called fuel subsidy beneficiaries. So we are going to expose them line by line and expose their country, the companies, both the ones that are international companies, both the ones that are local companies, both the ones that you see they are billionaire. You are following them up and down, giving them 10-gun salute without knowing that they are actually screwing you to be a billionaire. So we are going to come to what we know, that there is a lot of forces that does not want us to actually expose such. But we are coming back to it. If not tomorrow, it is Monday. We must come back to it. But it is not actually a exposition that I will do using a phone like this. It is exposition that I must do using a computer, because my computer crashed while I was at it. I'm working hard to actually make it work or procure a new one. But however it is, we are coming back online very, very soon. So of course there is something that I've come across today. It is it is something that is very, very surprising to me. A letter that was written by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it has already caused a lot of a lot of havoc. And of course, finally, it is now time for you to know that indeed the DOS are very wise. Indeed, the DOS are very wise. It is now high time for you to understand that. So it is now high time that you will understand that indeed the DOS are very wise. So the DOS told you, and we told you, that everything that this guy in Finland is doing is not in line with what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has ordered IPOB to do. And that is exactly the reason why we've been trying all our best to distance ourselves, from the activities of the criminal in Finland. And we've been doing that. We've been doing that. And today you have seen it playing out in front of your eyes. To the extent that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out to tell you he wanted Biafra land to be very, very calm. The infiltrator came to tell you, no, we will not take order from anybody. And that if it is not enough, they run and they crown themselves Minister of what did you call it? Crime himself? Prime Minister of autopilot. And gave his Umuokoko, he gave them what did he give them? He gave them position in their government in exile in order for them to continue their activities. Now, we told you that Aloy Ejimako has been utilizing this opportunity in order to siphon money, in order to get money from both sides. Aloy Ejimako is getting money from both sides in the name that I am a special counsel to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he is also using the opportunity to manipulate the situation in order to come out here to work with the criminal that is making the land of Biafra, bringing chaos to the land of Biafra. No other place. The agent that the Nigeria government put out there that they may continue to wreak havoc in Biafra land. And sometimes in 2021, I told you and I made it very clear to you that the activities of this agent provocateur in Finland, I told you that during the time of Anambra State election, I made it clear to you that during the time of Anambra State election, he called Andy Uba and he billed Andy Uba so that they will boycott Anambra State election for the benefit of Andy Uba as an APC candidate, which is, if the election is boycotted, at the end of the day, APC will take their lead because they are the people who are the rulers of Nigeria. And he billed Andy Uba 1 billion naira. If my memory still serves me right, he billed Andy Uba 1 billion naira when he could not deliver what he actually proposed that he could deliver by calling for election boycott, calling for sit at home. When Andy Uba did not actually, pay attention to him, he came to tell that Andy Uba is the reason why there is insecurity in Biafra land. That Andy Uba is the one causing insecurity in Biafra land. And this, it doesn't end there. This is what this criminal in Finland does for a living. Like I will always tell you, who do you think that is actually funding him and his criminal activities? It is the politicians. It is the politicians. But any politicians that refuse to comply with his demands, that politicians becomes his problem. Now he will come and tell you the politician is this, that politician is that. It is not, he is not doing it as a result of, the activities of these politicians. He is doing it because the politician turned his offer down because he wants to control the politician. He wants to be billing any politician, any governor that comes into the position of leadership. When I made this exposition in 2021, people thought it is just part of the, part of it to bring the guy down. It hasn't been about bringing the guy down. It is about reality. It is about being realistic. That has been what it's all about. It is about being realistic. So what happened? The guy has been flying all this while. He's been doing everything. Each and every governor that comes up, he make a phone call to them. He look for their contact in order to give, to ask them for money. Just like you have seen the evidence, remember that what we say, we tell you to take it to the bank, that at some point, at a point in life, you will find it that it is the truth. We don't lie. And we cannot lie in order to make things, work on our favor. We will always tell you things the way they are. Of course, you have heard from Aloy Ejimako. Let me reiterate on the video that Aloy Ejimako released that made everywhere to be in chaos, to be chaotic. Let me bring that video to you. Just one moment. Let me see if I can play that video. Let me see if I will be able to play it. Now I want you to pay attention. Let me play it loud.
Briefing and public announcement today in Enugu State, Eastern Nigeria. The press briefing is in the form of a public announcement, as I stated before. I've reduced it in writing on my letterhead because of the sensitive nature of the message it bears. And the press briefing and the public announcement is going to be exactly to the script. So now, therefore, I'll read from the script I have prepared, so I stay within context.
If you listen and pay very good attention to what Aloy Ejimako is saying here, and the way he is saying it, you will understand that it is no longer a business as usual. Aloy Ejimako is doing this because he knows, like I've told you, he knows exactly that Aloy Akugo. If you look at it, the last time Ejiofor came to tell you, there are people who were actually ordered to, put up litigants against the activities of Simon Ekpa in Finland. That these people flouted it because of the benefits they are benefiting from the criminality of this guy in Finland. So now it made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to actually, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu first of all wrote a letter, gave to Aloy, and Aloy refused to bring up this letter. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wrote a rejoinder letter again, which is this one that is published by Sahara Reporter. This is the second letter. It is a rejoinder letter written by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, handed to Aloy Ejimako because Ejiofor refused to bring up that letter because it must come through those whom was given that letter from the beginning, so that there will be no confusion. Of course, the enemy told you Ejiofor is a criminal. So what is the use of Ejiofor bringing letter to actually expose the enemy? So I love what exactly is going on right now. The rejoinder letter is what now Aloy Ejimako came to now confirm, because he has no choice. This time around, he could not escape. He could not escape it anymore. That is the reason why he has to come. If you listen to him, you will see none atayelionu here. If you none atayelionu, those who have, eaten up their conscience, those who have actually, benefited from the, predicament of our people. Let us continue to listen to it. I want you to pay attention to how he is reading out this letter. You will understand that this man is reading the letter, but he looks like, you know, he knows the consequences that all their activities, their criminal activities, both the one he has, you know, done with Berima in Finland, that they're all coming out in the open. That is the reason why Oja Tegel Yon at this video. Omeki. Listen to it. Listen to it. EDOS are wise.
This is a public announcement stroke press statement issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through my humble self, Aloy, his special counsel, and is issued to the general public and all media institutions. The subject matter of this public announcement is that by direct order, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hereby ends once and for all and finally all sit-at-home, including the Monday sit-at-home and any other proposed sit-at-home presently in process. This public announcement, as written, bears the unedited verbatim instructions containing a direct order personally issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his own handwriting on 24th July in the year of our Lord 2023 through my humble self to Mazi Simon Ekpa, instructing him to, quote, desist from calling for any sit-at-home henceforth. An announcement on his platform, media platform, to the effect that he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is in receipt of a direct order from him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to cancel any pending sit-at-home in place at the moment. And also that he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has, by the same order, authorized me, Barrister Aloy, to issue a press statement if he, Mazi Simon Ekpa, fails to make this announcement on his platform.
Okay.
For avoidance of doubt, this direct order to Mazi Simon Ekpa was personally handed to me by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when I visited him on this 24th of July 2023 at the headquarters of the Department of State Security Services in Abuja. Abuja, Nigeria, sorry, DSS. Later that day, I tried to contact Mazi Simon Ekpa via his WhatsApp number, but could not reach him until 1:44 a.m. the following day on the 25th of July, whereupon I snapped the direct order as written and sent to him on WhatsApp. He thereafter acknowledged receipt, and we spoke briefly on it and exchanged a couple of text messages thereof. Since that early 25th July 2023, when I conveyed the order to Mazi Ekpa and he duly acknowledged receiving it, he has not implemented the order or otherwise made such public announcement on his media platform. Nonetheless, I made a conscious decision to give him the benefit of the doubt and thereby accord him time to do the needful. Then late yesterday, further written instructions was issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directly to me by proxy, referring to the extant direct order to Mazi Ekpa, and in addition instructing me that given that Mazi Ekpa has so far not carried out the order, I, Aloy Ejimako, as of council and as of today, the 25th of July 2023, must proceed to make the order public through a written Good.
Okay. I believe that it is not complete. The video that they posted. Now he is compelled now to come out and make the announcement because Francis Chukwu said that Simon Ekpa is your end criminal stuff. Hey, you know the only it is normal when people are ignorant. It is normal when people are ignorant. But it is abnormal when people are actually seeing their downfall and they're still ignorant of the fact that they are falling. That is what is abnormal. You know, look at them coming here to write rubbish. You think it's been more than 2 years that you've been writing rubbish against me. You think that thing moves me. When you write, I see the extent of your ignorance. That's exactly what it does to me. When you write, I see the extent of your ignorance. I'm used to it, so keep that coming. We will know how many of you that your brain is not working. When you keep it coming, if you are not keeping it coming, then it means that your brain have started working. So help yourself, knock yourself out in that comment section. Keep it coming. It is actually my drive. I told you that in 2021 when we started this journey to protect jealously what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have put in place, the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and we will continue to do that. We are not moved. Now you have seen that Aloy Ejimakor na-ata eri ọnụ because no legal his conscience. When you are so greedy that you will not know where your loyalty lies, that is as a result of why Oji ata eri ọnụ here. He has eaten up where he's not supposed to eat. It was only when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu had a rejoinder that he has to come up to come and announce it because he has no choice. He has no choice. That is the reason why Oja Amajijiji. If you listen to him, you will understand Nona Amajijiji. Now, guess what? As if it wasn't enough, there is a latest thing that happened where Aloy Ejimakor said, exposed Simon Ekpa, how he actually made Aloy Ejimakor to look for the contact of Peter Mba of Enugu State. The contact of Peter Mba of Enugu State, so that they will see if they will get money out of him. If you see Aloy Ejimakor telling you it is because normal. There was something I was telling you about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the upcoming case. There was something I told you. I was saying that before we were shut up. So, but I am going to actually bring that to you on Monday or tomorrow, Sunday. Whichever time that I am able to get my PC in order, I will bring that back to you. So everybody is running helter-skelter. Everybody is running. And I am going to tell you exactly how Tinubu is trying to play the game between Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, you know, what do you call it? Remember that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's detention. I am going to tell you piece by piece, bit by bit, what they are trying to use the detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to achieve. That is also the reason why I was asking you, did they put up any plan or any time they are going to issue a verdict on the P2B and the election tribunal? So we are going to bring it and break it down and expose it, and you will be watching it playing, because what we tell you, Omeronizu, Omenonwa, that is exactly what we do. We don't tell you things that doesn't exist. We don't formulate a perspective. We tell you things that is tested and confirmed. Now, there is something that I have discovered here. I discovered also that Ejimako said, I just hope I saved such, where he told you that, let me read the letter written by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, before I go to read the letter written by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there is something. Let me find out if I had saved it. Let's find out if I had saved it. It is very, very important one. Oh, I hope. But I read it, and I believe that so many of you must have come across it. If you have not, I am going to expose it to you so that you will know the games that they are playing. Let me bring it to you. Let me check it here. One moment. I did not plan to do a broadcast like this because I am not really used to doing a broadcast like this. It doesn't give me, I like whenever I am doing a broadcast, I must bring my analytical view while actually listening, bringing you the evidence of what we are talking about. So that's exactly what I like doing. So, but desperate time calls for desperate measure. Where is that message? Where is the message? The message is all about, if you have seen it, confirm to me on that comment section, where Aloy Ejimako said that a Berima in Finland contacted Peter Mba, and I think it is through him, asking him for money, and the evidence of those messages were there. The evidence of those messages were there. Where did I? Okay, that is the problem. The problem is that the evidence of what I am looking for is actually inside the phone that I am using to do this broadcast. No wonder it is not in this phone. That's why I could not find it. That he contacted Peter Mba through him or through whoever, and they were actually trying to make Peter Mba to,
sorry, speak.
I am not speaking to you. Keep quiet, please. So, to actually make Peter Mba pay them money.
Your input. Please speak.
To make Peter Mba pay them money.
Cancel.
Yes, cancel, please. To make them pay them money so that maybe they will walk in line with what Peter Mba want of Enugu State. When Peter Mba turned them down, they started telling you Peter Mba is cheating on the wife, Peter Mba is this, Peter Mba is that. That is exactly what these people does. Now you contextualize it to 2021, when they did the same thing with Ifanyu and Uba. They did the same thing with Andy Uba. And that is the reason why they are telling you that they are making the Peter Mba's regime ungovernable. Abateke, my sister Karagold. Or if fana Aloy Ejimako, Abateke. They are making the regime of Peter Mba ungovernable. And then the most important thing, and what makes me piss me off about Peter Mba, is that when all these people and their charlatans are actually making noise in the media space, when one of them is caught, you know what they do? They will take them and start showing them innocent people and telling them, tagging them IPOB members. That is one of the problems I have with the activities of these people and Pitamba. And without investigation, they will end up, hurting our IPOB members and non-members of IPOB, innocent people on the ground. That is the reason why you will never see me telling you that these people, they have done well by going out there in the market and locking the market. If you cannot nip it in the bud, the problem, don't blame people who does not have security to come out there when the criminal in Finland declares it at home. Because most of the time, when the criminal syndicate, when their criminal come on the ground and start enforcing their useless and senseless sit at home, none of you, you won't see a military, you won't see a police, you will not see civil defense, you will not see DSS, you will not see any of them. It is only when after they have reported maybe casualties, later you will find police telling you that they have arrested all of them. After they must have killed and they disrupt people's means of livelihood. You will see that happening. Don't worry, that video or that evidence to what I am saying, I am definitely going to bring it in. I am going to bring it in front of you whenever I am going back, online with my PC. Ebo Stanley O'Shea. Long time. I've been online. I come online almost every day, dude. I come online every day. It is just like the algorithm takes us away from the people who listen to us and share our video. The algorithm will always bring out to people of ignorance, most of them, and the few of our comrades who will always look for us. That is what the algorithm does. That is exactly what the algorithm does to us. So whenever they bring our broadcast to you, then it means they must have forgotten that, you are actually one of those who agree with us. So don't worry, it is the fight, and we are fighting against the principalities and power from the high places. If you remember what our Lolo said, that is exactly what we are going through. I know so many of you does not see my broadcast. So many of you will come and say, where is Judge Money, or is Judge Money still coming online? Or they will think that we have given up in the fight. We will never give up. I got no buogoa. I got no buogoa. I had a also. If you know me, I fight till, till the last man standing. That's the way I fight. If I start something, if I start a fight, it will be, I will fight it till last man standing. That is me. I don't shy away from any battle. So we are here. We will continue to be here. And we continue to fight the enemy until the enemy will surrender, until the enemy will leave us alone, until Nigeria government and their British boss give us our freedom. We will not stop. We told you that, inception of autopilot is as a result of the Western agenda. One day you are going to confirm it, just like you are confirming almost all their activities today. One day you are going to confirm it. So that's just like you are confirming all their activities today. One day you are going to confirm exactly what they are doing. We are equal to the task. That's why I will always tell those in comment section, those ignorant set of people in the comment section, that what you are doing there is my drive. It is not actually deterring me. It is driving me to do more. But it is just because I know that the mind of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it is to give these criminals media blackout. That has been what I am doing. That has been the reason why I don't normally talk about those criminals a lot of time, because it is said that we must give them media blackout, and we actually do that. But in this regard, I see it very necessary for us to confirm and actually bring this to you. Don't forget, their plan is that they tried it with Soludo. When they tried to extort money from Soludo, they saw that Soludo decided to go and see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu direct. Soludo went and saw Mazen Nnamdi Kanu direct. Remember that these people will not come out to play, to bring down themselves, just like as shameless as Epelima in Finland is. Soludo will not come down to the level of the non-entity in Finland who has spent 20 years in Europe without even achieving anything in his place where he claimed he come from. He never brought any reasonable thing home after he campaigned for Atiku. That's the only time when his people noticed that Ife Ajuna is still alive. His people could not actually fathom that this Ife Ajuna was still alive after he went out there just because he wanted to represent the zoo. The zoo sent him abroad. Who sent Simon Ekpa abroad? The zoo government sent him abroad. Why do you think he will work against the real APC, group that sent him abroad? Why do you think he's going to work against them? That is exactly what he does. They sent him abroad from there on Alumbombo because he knows that coming back to the zoo, if you serve the zoo in the zoo, you end up in shame. So that's why he says in Finland, every time he is there, if there is an election, he will make himself available to see whom he is going to promote. If no one is available for him to promote, he will start, making them know that he is still exists. He is still in existence or relevant. So he did that with Soludo. That's when he told you that the DOS is working with Soludo. If you remember when he told you that the DOS is working with Soludo, it was what he planned. He went out there to see if Soludo will give him money. After he failed with Andioba. He went and tried with Soludo. That's when you started seeing him and Nelly. Soludo, Soluaya, Solu Amusu, Soludo, Solaya, Solunka. Before him and Nelly stopped being each other. That's exactly what happened. Then they turned against Soludo because he refused to give them money. The same thing happened by the time they were blackmailing. There are many people they blackmailed. Now you come out to let me now come to the one that you are very much aware of, Peter Mba. Now the same thing, because they saw that Peter Mba is a new governor. They believe that he will intimidate him. They believe that they will be able to, extort money out of him. Peter Mba refused. They turned against him. And that, maybe I am going to post that thing after this broadcast. Aloy Ejimako confirmed it. Remember that Aloy Ejimako is the biggest ally of Simon Ekpa. And have you ever asked yourself, what is the reason why whenever anybody decides to obey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and do what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu asks them to do, regardless of what they have actually covered, the criminality they have covered for the, on behalf of this criminal called autopilot, they will turn against that person, even though that person is their own. Simon Ekpa turned against Aloy Ejimako and start exposing everything that Aloy Ejimako and him did in the secret. There was a tweet. Let me show you the tweet. And remember that Aloy Ejimako is doing those things because of money. I can assure you he does many things that he does for the sake of money. Let me show you this one, because I know I forwarded it to somebody. If you look at this, if you look at this, that is a tweet between Aloy and Ekperima. This one is Ekperima who posted this. Let me actually read it for you. Now, this, I believe, since it is Ekperima who posted it, the one in green should be the one response of Ekperima. The one on white, background should be the one written by Aloy. Now, this is when both of them were playing game, or Aloy was playing game with him, because what Aloy is looking for is the fiat money, the paper money. That's what Aloy is looking for, regardless of who is betrayed. If you pay him highest bidder now, he will turn 90 degrees or even 360 against the criminal in Finland, because all the Kegada putazi ofuma. Now let me read it for you. Listen. Aloy say, if I may suggest, you can simply do a tweet along this line. Notice, after due consideration and consultation with the Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu through trusted and secure channels. Trusted and secure channel is Aloy Ejimako. A firm decision has been made that the proposed 2-week sit at home is hereby suspended until further notice. No question asked. It's an order from above. Do you know what exactly is this? Remember that there was a time I told you that the last letter you saw that is published, it's a rejoinder. That letter was released previously. It was released previously. These are the people working with Canon Takano also. Now, Ekperima say, I will address this, no worries. I will address this, no worries. That was when Aloy is telling Ekperima that the pressure from Onyendu is now too much. So this criminality is going to now, we will find another way to do it. Because Ekperima is most selfish individual. Whether you are working with him, he doesn't care that you are working with him. You have to secure yourself. He doesn't think about that because of his selfish nature as a Fulani boy that he is. So, he doesn't care. Aloy is trying to protect his head. Now, Ekperima does not want that because it will fish him out. He promised Aloy, I will address this, no worries. I will address this, no worries. Now, another message, the response from Ekperima. Can I have this well typed out? I can. That was the first letter. The letter from Onyendu. Listen, I'm getting a call, so it's a distraction. It is a distraction, so 1 minute. He said, can I have this well typed out? I can see the words. I can't see the... Okay. Can I have this well typed out? I can see the word clearly. But this is supposed to say, I can't see the word clearly. The word clearly. So I mean the written instructions. Okay. Their plot, as you know, for so long now, is to put you on collision captures with Onyendu. That was what Aloy Ejimako. Okay, no, let me show you. This might not be the one written by Aloy Ejimako, because if you see where the tweet ends, boy, I'm doing broadcast, I'm coming. So, if you look at it, let me show you. My boy is disturbing. Now, look at it. You see, from that green one, which is the last one I read, is the last one that is there. Remember, Simon is good at Photoshop. He is good at Photoshop. I'm coming. So he's very, very good at doing Photoshop. Now he plugged this one that you see with yellows and he tweeted it. Listen to it. Let me read it from the beginning so that you will understand that that one is something that is added to this conversation. It is not within this conversation. The fact that we hate what Aloy is doing, we will not lie against him. That is exactly, and we will not actually bring up anything against him. we will debunk every criminal activity against him, and we will actually debunk every criminal of his, not the one that is not of his. Listen to it. Let me read it from the beginning so that you will understand. If I may suggest, you can simply do a tweet along this line. Aloy is the one writing. Notice, after due consideration and consultation with Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, through trusted and secure channels, a firm decision has been made that the proposed 2-week sit at home is hereby suspended until further notice, no question asked. It's an order from above. Now, this is what Aloy was actually advising the Ekperima how he will do it, because now could be over. Because Ekperima plan go that he will use this sit at home to pressurize Pitamba and others to see who will pay money. Now listen to Ekperima's response. I will address this, no worries. I will address this, no worries. See it. Now, I will address this, no worries. Can I have this well typed? Can I have this well typed out? He wants Aloy. Maybe. I mean the written instruction. The letter Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave to Aloy. He wants it well typed out because he sent it raw letter to Simon. This is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that Aloy should address publicly. Aloy was trying to address it secretly. Until remember that Ejiofor came to tell you there are people Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave instruction, they did not carry it out. So he put more pressure. Now, the last message which ended up this conversation before this one written that is highlighted with a yellow color. Now he said, I mean the written instruction. End of the conversation. Now he added this in order to tweet it to make Aloy the only criminal here. Listen to it. Now, okay, their plot, as you can know. Sorry. Read it. The one in yellow. Okay. This is the one I believe Ekperima added for when he posts the tweet. People will now believe that Onyendu and him has been working together in secret. And that is exactly, he wants to actually drag Onyendu to his field. Listen to it. Okay, their plot, as you know, for so long now, is to put you on collision captures with Onyendu. He has so far frustrated them from his angle. You should do likewise. If DOS disobey him, he doesn't expect you to do like them. This is exactly what Simon added here. It is Simon's writing. You could see it is him. It is the way he writes. He added it and joined it as if it is a conversation he was having with Aloy Ejimako, and Aloy is getting it from Onyendu. We know the one that came from Aloy. Aloy was the one giving him some tweet that he is going to post so that they will cover each other's trap or they will cover their track. But now they are no longer agreeing with each other. Makanoku di over. He knows Aloy have exposed him. He started doing copy and paste and doing Photoshop of even message. That's why you find that one highlighted. Let me read it again. Okay, their plot, as you know, in bracket, for so long now, is to put you on collision captures with Onyendu. He has so far frustrated them from his angle. You should do likewise. If DOS disobeys him, he doesn't expect you to do like them. This was well orchestrated. We know when they do Photoshop. We know when they do deepfake video. We know when they use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's picture to tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa spoke eloquently. They went to meetings with Igbo World Congress, which he claimed he doesn't even know. I made that exposition recently, again, which he claimed he doesn't know that these people, you know, he doesn't know the name of the organization he claimed that him and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was invited to. He was saying Igbo Atlantic or Pacific. Now, the same thing he is doing. We know. We started, if you remember where we started, where I personally started, it is to first of all start debunking all these criminal activities of Ekperima in Finland, which is Photoshop to make him actually look relevant, because it's all about looking for how to be relevant. And we started from debunking the Photoshop. We started from debunking all his activities in Finland, because we have it in the palm of our hands, every information. We debunked it. We started debunking exactly how he made remember he made a photo, a pamphlet immediately after interviewing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that he does visa to Canada and Poland. We exposed that. So many of you did not believe it. And even this master prophet, Pin Jong-ho, that the one who brought one of the guys who were actually victim of Simon's criminality in the name of making visa. We brought all of this. Pin Jong-ho actually came out and debunked it and exposed him before they now decided to make peace with each other and started working against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because they saw that no could be over. Now, from all that exposition, go down from 2021, when I started this exposition, you start following that exposition till this date. You tell me if I have ever mixed, if I have mixed anything, or if I have ever said anything against Simon that is not true. Go and check it out. Before I bring it to you, it is tested and confirmed. We don't lie to buy face. We don't lie for you to come and write good about us. We don't care about whether you write good about us or you write bad about us. All we care is to speak the truth and shame the devil. And all we care is to emancipate our people from mental slavery, which is the second mental slavery that the Ekperima in Finland is trying to put them through. 3 people died in Enugu State a few days ago. It is as a result of Simon Ekpa asking Peter Mba money. Peter Mba refused. Simon Ekpa threatened Peter Mba. But my regret is that Peter Mba decided to now vent his anger on innocent people instead of venting his anger on the criminal that is actually dealing with him. That is my biggest worry. He vented his anger on the innocent people by locking up their shops. But the real criminal is still out there challenging him. Peter Mba does not have right to close anybody's shop. He does not have right to deploy police to kill people whom he closed his shop, their shop. He doesn't have right to deploy police to go and shoot at them when they are protesting. Protest is their right. Protest is the right of everybody. For them, Peter Mba, let me ask you, did you start any of these businesses that you shut down in Enugu State? Because the thing is, regardless of who is crying or who is getting hurt, did you start up these businesses that you shut down in Enugu State for any of these individuals? That when they start protesting that you shut down their shop, you release police to go and kill them. It is intolerable in our land. You cannot do that. If you continue to do that, you are going to have to contend with people like me. You know why? Because our own mandate is to make sure our people is safe. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that he is fighting for the life of these people, not to enslave them, not to kill them, or not to actually make their life miserable. It is not what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stands for. He stands for the protection and giving these people a better hope and a better future. That's why he is in solitary confinement. You cannot go against the innocent people who are feeling the heat and the spikes of the activities of the criminal in Finland. You saw what happened to Ebonyi, in Ebonyi State few weeks ago. Do you want people to get into that position again? Why don't you people actually go for the real criminal instead of punishing innocent people who are actually the people that are facing the wrath of this criminal? And that makes you Peter Mba. No, it doesn't make you a better person. It actually makes you indicted yourself by closing people's shop because they actually did not come out because they are scared. And of course, it is a Monday. Monday sit at home, which our Biafrans have already decided that no, they will be doing this for the sake of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, not even for the sake of the criminal who asks you for money and you refuse, and he's actually exposing your infidelity if there is one. It is not as an order of that criminal. The criminal order does not stand. Everybody is aware of that. He is forcing it, he is pushing it. And the reason why he is forcing and pushing is so that if there is any election in Biafra land, so that he will use it to extort money from this election candidate. That is exactly the reason why he's pushing all that. He's not pushing it for the sake of anybody. He tagged it that he wants to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Why don't all of you go and release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that we will see where he is going to tag his criminality to anymore? The problem that you people have in that Nigeria, it is because it is that you guys will lap Ikenyolaro, JKW Shiokbo. But that is what Peter Mba did. And it is intolerable. It will not be condoned in our land. Those people, you kill their people. It is, you have killed a breadwinner. You have killed an uncle. You have killed a father. You have killed a husband. You have killed a brother. That's what Peter Mba did and can never be tolerated. We cannot tolerate that nonsense. We can't. You should know that the first thing you are governing, it is the benefit of the people and the security of the people, Peter Mba. In case if you don't know, you know it. We have some data about you. We have some data about you, not the one to blackmail you. But it is not necessary for us to bring it out. If you kill any of our people again, we will open your chapter. Regardless of whom you are in Biafra land, you cannot intimidate or kill our people for the crime committed by one criminal in Finland. It is not done. We cannot condone it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is suffering for because of these people inside there. And all you people are looking for, it is for people to say, if it is the way the Biafra will come, we'd rather leave it. No. And we hope that you compensate the family that you have taken away their breadwinner. We will continue to follow up that case. You compensate the family that you have taken away their breadwinner. Accordingly, you compensate them. Because they have committed no crime. They know that there is no security in Biafra land. They know that anybody can rise up and become a criminal in Biafra land and start killing them. That is the reason why they are actually finding a way to not to be the victim. At the end of the day, you drag them out, you made them the victim. We cannot tolerate that. And we are coming back online. I believe the we are coming back online tomorrow, Sunday or Monday. As soon as we can, we are bringing to you the plan of Tinubu and the APC in this detention of our leader. It is actually made open, the plan and the findings of the Court of Appeal. Like I said to you, you heard that. The Court of Appeal, they have done their due diligence with regards to the justice that was delivered on October 13, 2022. And they came to a realization that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's verdict is pure and straight and was delivered according to the Constitution and was delivered within the ambit of the law. So that's the reason why I am going to bring you the next plan of the APC-led government. It is going to happen Sunday evening or Monday evening. I don't know what the evening will be in your time zone, but regardless, we will going to bring you, whenever you see us coming online with the PC in our studio, you will know that it is exposition. We are bringing those oil thieves back in order for Nigerians to know exactly. But before then, I am going to leave you with anything you see they called removal of fuel subsidy. It is a scam. Anything you see, increment to the petrol price, it is a scam. It is not true. It is you paying the fuel subsidy indirectly. We're going to bring it. I want, when I'm doing this analysis, I will be actually having them in front of me, and I will be showing you bit by bit. There is actually a video I discovered today about one young man who was actually exposing also, you know, the activities of these people. I will also bring that with me. Join it with the one that I am going to show you. But for now, we are here to defend and protect our people. We are not here to kill our people. It is within our mandate to defend. Wait, pick up this phone. Answer the phone and tell them I'll deal with them right now. So, it is within our mandate to protect and defend our people and not to kill them. And the same thing we are going to do. We are not doing anything to destroy our people or desecrate our land. Whatever we are doing, it is to protect our people and not to kill them. The earlier these criminals understand it, the better it is going to be for all of us. The earlier they understand it, the better it is going to be for all of us. Very, very important. Very, very important. Hmm? Huh? Yeah. So, great and wonderful people of Biafra, I have to attend to this boy. To this boy. This boy. So, until we meet again, stay safe and share the video. If it is the first time you are seeing this page, follow the page. And don't forget, we will continue, no going back. No Jupiter is going to make us to deviate. We are here to restore Biafra. We are here to clear the confusion. We are here to make sure that everything we do we do it for you, not against you. The same as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing and paying the price for all of us. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay informed. Bye.